Witch Trials Weekly, Video 9, March the 11th to March the 17th, 1692. Anne Putnam Jr. names Martha Corey and Rebecca Nurse.
Already the girls were very highly suggestive to one another and from the gossip and fear of others in the village. We do know that fear, belief, and suggestion can affect perception and memory. And also memory is very faulty. Could this stress be converted into fits or even ailments? We really don't know for sure. But it is interesting to note that Betty Paris was sent away to live with a relative, Stephen Sewell, in Salem town. Although her afflictions didn't stop immediately, she did slowly get better and better, and her name wasn't listed on any future warrants. On Saturday, the 12th of March, Anne Jr. identified her latest specter as Martha Corey. When asked by Edward Putnam and Ezekiel Cheever to identify what the specter was wearing, Anne could not. This was an important fact when the two men went into the Corey homestead to tell Giles his wife had been accused. Giles was not there, however, and Martha was home alone. Martha Corey, Giles Corey's third wife, was not afraid to speak her mind, and she was a self-proclaimed gospel woman as of April 1690. She was previously married to Henry Rich of Salem town and had a son, Thomas. She was also involved in a bit of a scandal in 1677 when she had a biracial son, Ben. Giles himself was not a model citizen, but was granted communion in 1691, which people took to think he was back in God's good graces. When Ezekiel Cheever and Edward Putnam arrived on the property, Martha smiled, saying, "I know what you are come for. You are come to talk to me about being a witch, but I am none. I cannot help people's talking of me." She asked the men if Anne had been able to identify what she was wearing. Her reaction to her accusation would later work against her in court. Martha Corey's specter also appeared to Mary Warren, the servant of the Proctors. John Proctor kept Mary busy and threatened to beat her if she had any more fits. So she didn't until he left for a day. Bethshua Pope went momentarily blind in the meeting house that Sunday, and Anne Jr. saw a specter sitting in her grandmother's chair. After suggestions from her mother, Anne Sr., and maid Mercy Lewis, she identified the spirit as Rebecca Nurse. Abigail Williams and Martha Corey and Elizabeth Proctor's specters both plagued her. Monday, March 14th, Thomas Putnam asked Martha Corey to come over and confront Anne Jr. because he doubted Anne's visions when it came to members of the church. As soon as the two were face to face, Anne fell into a fit and shouted it was Goody Corey's fault and she had a yellow bird sucking at her hand. Mercy Lewis, who was also a refugee from a Native American attack, struck at the fire when Anne said Martha Corey's specter roasted a man on a spit. Both girls then fell into fits.
This video was produced with special permission from the author and publisher. This chronicle covers the years 1692 to 1697 in detail. It also touches briefly on important and relevant events before and after this time. To get a copy for your personal research and enjoyment, please visit our store at the link below.